A new image appeared on the screen, humans and aliens working side by side in the research facility. Furthermore, Tyke added, we propose a joint exploration initiative. There are worlds in our galaxy considered too hostile for our people to explore. Humans might thrive where we cannot go. The council elders conferred briefly. Then Elder Juan stood. Your findings are most unexpected, Researcher Tyke. If humans are as adaptable as you claim, they may indeed be valuable allies for exploring extreme environments. There is one more thing, Tyke said. Something we discovered that goes beyond physical adaptability. He hesitated, searching for the right words. During the crisis, when many of our research team were critically ill, we observed something in the humans that might be their most remarkable trait. They risked their own health to save beings they barely knew, from a world light years from their own. Tyke looked around the chamber, meeting the eyes of the council members. Their adaptability extends to their social behavior. They form bonds quickly, even with those very different from themselves. This trait may be as important to their survival as any physical adaptation. As Tyke concluded his presentation, the Great Hall erupted in discussion. The council would debate for days about how to proceed with this unusual species. But one thing was already clear. The galaxy would never look at humans the same way again. 1 year after the historic Galactic Council meeting, the spaceship Collaborative Discovery hummed with activity. It sat in Earth orbit, gleaming in the sunlight, the first vessel jointly built by humans and aliens. Its unique design combined the best technology from both civilizations. On the bridge, Captain Minji checked the final launch preparations. Her crisp blue uniform with silver trim marked her as commander of this unprecedented mission. Around her, human and alien crew members worked together, preparing for their journey to star systems previously considered too dangerous to explore. Propulsion systems at full capacity, reported Kyung, her alien second-in-command. His gray skin had a healthy sheen after his full recovery from the bacterial infection of the previous year. Though I still question the gravity settings, Minji smiled. Earth normal gravity throughout the ship. It's unnecessarily taxing, Kyung noted. We could reduce it by 30% and all biological forms would function adequately. Perhaps, Minji replied, checking her control panel. But we humans grow stronger under resistance. Remove it and our muscles weaken. Kyung made a sound that humans had learned was laughter. Another of your biological peculiarities. You actually need stress to thrive. Throughout the ship, similar. Conversations took place as the mixed crew made final adjustments. In the engineering section, human technicians worked alongside alien specialists, each learning from the other's approach to problems. In the medical bay, Dr. Taiho organized supplies with Medical Officer Yuna. They had developed new treatments, combining human and alien medical knowledge, innovations that already saved lives on both worlds. Communication check complete, announced the young human navigator. All systems responding. Minji nodded with satisfaction. Good. And our course? Plotted for the Valaris system, Kyung confirmed. Previous exploration missions could not land on any planets due to extreme temperature fluctuations and gravitational irregularities. Sounds like home, joked one of the human engineers. Deep within the ship in his private laboratory, Tyke carefully packed his research equipment. After his groundbreaking presentation to the Galactic Council, he had become the leading authority on human biology. His book, Why is Human Biology So Bizarre?, had been translated into 27 galactic languages. Professor Day knocked on the laboratory door. Almost ready for launch? Tyke looked up from his work. Just securing the last pieces of equipment. This mission will provide invaluable new data. You've already changed how the galaxy sees humans, Day said, helping his colleague close a storage container. What more do you hope to discover? Tyke's large eyes blinked thoughtfully. The physical adaptations of humans are remarkable, yes, but I believe their mental and social adaptability may be even more significant. This mission will test that theory. Throughout the ship, final preparations continued. In the hydroponics section, alien botanists watched with fascination as human farmers tended plants from both worlds. In the exercise room, humans demonstrated their unusual need for physical exertion to maintain health. "Launch sequence initiating," announced Minji over the ship-wide communication system. "All personnel secure for departure," as the engines powered. Up, Minji took a moment to appreciate what they had accomplished. Just 18 months ago, humans hadn't known aliens existed. Now they were embarking on a joint mission to explore the stars together. The collaborative discovery moved away from Earth orbit smoothly, its new hybrid engines glowing blue against the blackness of space. On the main view screen, a message from the Galactic Council appeared. "This mission represents a new era of cooperation. May humans teach us how to adapt, and may we teach them the wisdom of the stars." Minji read the message aloud to her bridge crew, then added, "Let's show them what Earth creatures can do." As the ship accelerated toward its first destination, Kyung approached Minji at the command station. "I've been meaning to ask you something," he said quietly. "During the crisis last year, when our research team was dying from the bacterial infection, why did you and the other humans risk your lives for us? You barely knew us." Minji considered the question carefully. "It's what humans do," she finally said. "We help each other survive. Over time, we extended that instinct to include anyone we consider part of our group. And you considered us part of your group after just a few months?" Kyung asked, amazed. "Humans are quick to form connections," Minji explained. "It's probably another adaptation to our unpredictable world. We never know when we might need allies." In the observation lounge, Taek stood with Dai, watching Earth grow smaller behind them. "History is just biology playing out over time," Taek remarked, "and what humans have taught us is that adaptability, not strength or intelligence alone, determines who thrives in an unpredictable universe." Day nodded in agreement. "The most important discovery wasn't that human biology is bizarre. It's that what we thought was bizarre is actually perfect for exploring the unknown." As Earth faded to a small, blue dot among countless stars, the collaborative discovery accelerated to faster-than-light speed. The unusual team of humans and aliens ventured together into the vast galaxy, each bringing their unique strengths to face whatever challenges waited among the stars. The bizarre biology of humans, once considered a scientific curiosity, had become one of the galaxy's most valuable resources, and perhaps the key to exploring worlds no one had ever reached before. For the next 3 days, the humans worked alongside the remaining healthy alien staff. They took shifts, analyzing samples and testing possible treatments. The aliens were amazed at how long the humans could work without rest. "You've been awake for 20 hours, Research Director Sunho told Minji as she peered into a microscope. "You must rest." "I'm fine," she replied without looking up. "Just need more coffee." "Your stimulant drinks are another biological mystery," Sunho said. "They would be toxic to us." On the 5th day, Director Kyung's condition worsened dramatically. As the most senior officer, he had pushed himself hardest, continuing to coordinate research even as the illness spread through his body. "His systems are failing," Yuna reported grimly. "If we don't find a solution soon, we will lose him, and many others." That night, Taiho made a suggestion that changed everything. "What if we don't focus on killing the bacteria?" he said during an emergency meeting. "What if we boost their immune systems instead? Human antibodies might work." Cross-species. "Antibody transfer has never been attempted," Day objected weakly from his bed. "Then we'll be the first to try it," Minji said firmly. They worked through the night, synthesizing human antibodies and modifying them to work with alien biology. By morning, they had a treatment ready for testing, but with everyone so ill, there was no time for standard safety protocols. "I volunteer to receive the first dose," Sunho announced, his voice barely audible. Everyone watched anxiously as Yuna administered the treatment. Hours passed with no visible change. Then, just as they were losing hope, Sunho's color began to improve slightly. "His vital signs are stabilizing," Yuna announced, checking the monitors. Over the next 2 days, they refined the treatment and administered it to all infected aliens. Slowly, the crisis began to turn. The humans continued working, taking only short breaks, pushing themselves far beyond what the aliens thought possible. On the 8th day, Director Kyung finally regained consciousness. He found Minji sleeping in a chair beside his bed, her protective suit still on, data tablets scattered around her. "How long has she been working?" he asked Day, who stood nearby. "Almost continuously for 7 days," Day replied. "All the humans pushed themselves beyond reasonable limits. They refused adequate rest until everyone was treated." Kyung stared at the sleeping human with newfound respect. "I never understood until now," he said quietly. "Their biological resilience isn't just physical. Their determination, their will, to help others. It's part of their survival mechanism too." As Minji stirred awake, Kyung spoke directly to her. "Your people have saved our research team. But more importantly, you've shown us something we never expected to find." "What's that?" Minji asked sleepily. "That perhaps the most remarkable aspect of human biology isn't your physical adaptations at all. It's your capacity to care for others, even those different from yourselves." The great hall of the Galactic Council shimmered with light from 1,000 glowing panels. 200 representatives from different worlds sat in rising circles, all eyes fixed on the central platform where Tyke now stood. Behind him, a massive screen displayed images of Earth, mountains, oceans, deserts, and jungles. "Distinguished council members," Tyke began, his voice steady despite his nervousness, "I stand before you today to present findings that will change our understanding of biological evolution forever." The room fell silent. Even the council elders, who rarely showed interest in scientific presentations, leaned forward in their seats. "For the past year, our research team has studied humans from planet Earth. Our initial goal was simple: document this newly discovered intelligent species. What we found instead was extraordinary." Tyke touched his control panel, and the screen showed a comparison of human anatomical scans beside those of other intelligent species. "When we first examined humans, we believed their biology was bizarre, even defective. They lack natural armor. They have no claws or fangs. Their muscles, while remarkably efficient, are not particularly strong compared to many species." Council. Elder Huan, representing the oldest spacefaring civilization, raised a hand. "If they are so physically inadequate, how did they survive to develop intelligence?" "That was precisely our question," Tyke replied. "The answer changed everything we thought we knew." He pressed another button, and the display changed to show Earth's history, meteor impacts, ice ages, massive volcanic eruptions, and rapid climate shifts. "The mistake in our analysis was assuming Earth is a typical life-bearing world. It is not." Research Director Sunho joined Tyke on the platform. Though still recovering from the bacterial infection, he insisted on attending this crucial presentation. "Most worlds with intelligent life are stable," Sunho explained. "Predictable seasons, minimal geological activity, consistent climates. Earth is the opposite, violent, unpredictable, constantly changing." Murmurs spread through the council chamber as the implications became clear. "Humans evolved in this crucible of extreme conditions," Tyke continued. "Their bizarre biology isn't flawed. It's supremely adapted to survive almost anything." He displayed new images. Humans living in the frozen Arctic, in scorching deserts, in dense jungles, and in high mountains. No other intelligent species can survive in so many different environments without technological assistance. Humans live everywhere on their world. Medical Officer Yuna, now recovered from her illness, stepped forward to add her expertise. "Their healing abilities alone defy conventional evolution. They can recover from injuries that would be fatal to most of us." "And their endurance," added Sunho. "They can continue physical activity long after most species would collapse from exhaustion." Tyke nodded. "We witnessed this firsthand during the recent crisis at our research facility. Human volunteers worked for days with minimal rest to save our team from a bacterial infection." The display changed again, showing brain scans. "Perhaps most remarkable is their neurological adaptability," Tyke explained. "Unlike most species whose neural pathways become fixed in adulthood, human brains constantly create new connections throughout their lives." Elder Huan spoke again. "You suggest these humans are superior to other species?" "Not superior," Tyke clarified quickly. "Different." While most species evolved specialized adaptations for specific environments, humans evolved extreme adaptability instead. They sacrificed specialization for versatility. Professor Day, who had traveled from Earth, for this presentation stepped forward. "May I add something, council members?" The elders nodded permission. "During our recovery from the bacterial crisis, I had time to study Earth's geological record more carefully," Day said. "What we found was startling. Earth has experienced at least 5 mass extinction events that wiped out most life forms. Each time the survivors had to adapt to dramatically new conditions." The council chamber grew even quieter as the implications sank in. "Human ancestors survived these catastrophes," Day continued. "With each crisis, natural selection favored adaptability over specialization. The result is a species that seems bizarrely unspecialized but can survive almost anywhere." Tyke reclaimed the center of the platform. "Council members, our recommendation is to reclassify humans immediately. They are not just another intelligent species, they are biological marvels shaped by one of the most challenging evolutionary paths we have ever documented." "Some of our favorite foods burn our mouths," another student added. "The hotter the better." Day made notes on his device. "Extraordinary." Over the next few weeks, the research continued. The aliens were particularly interested in human injuries and healing. When one volunteer arrived with a small cut on his finger, the entire research team gathered to watch it heal over several days. "On our world, such an injury would require medical intervention," Sunho told Minji. "Your bodies repair themselves without help." "It's just a small cut," Minji said. "Nothing special." "To us, it is miraculous," Day replied. One morning, the humans arrived to find the alien team excitedly reviewing sleep data. "We have been analyzing your brain patterns during sleep," Yuna explained. "How you spend time in a state called dreaming, where your brain creates complex simulations." "Everyone dreams," one of the students said. "No," Day corrected. "Most intelligent species do not experience anything like your dreams. Your brains remain highly active even during rest." As the research continued, the aliens began testing human adaptability to different environments. They created rooms with varying temperatures, atmospheric pressures, and gravity levels. "Humans can function in temperatures that would kill most species," Sunho reported during an evening briefing. "They simply add or remove artificial coverings to regulate their temperature." "Their pressure tolerance is equally impressive," added Yuna. "They can dive deep underwater or climb to high altitudes with minimal assistance." Dai compiled the growing data files. "The Galactic Council will need to reconsider human classification. They are not merely another intelligent species. They are biological outliers." One afternoon, Minji found Day staring at Earth weather patterns on a large screen. "Something interesting?" she asked. "Your planet," Day replied. "It is violent. Storms, earthquakes, extreme temperature variations from place to place. Most life-bearing worlds we know are far more stable." "Earth has always been challenging," Minji said. "Life here had to become tough to survive." Day turned to her. "That is the key, isn't it? Your biology isn't strange. It's perfectly adapted to an unusually harsh world," Minji smiled. "We never thought of ourselves as special." "That is perhaps your most unusual trait of all," Day said. "You don't realize how extraordinary you are." As the first phase of research concluded, Day prepared his initial report for the Galactic Council. The title appeared on his screen. Preliminary. Findings on Human Biology. Adaptations to Extreme Planetary Conditions. "This will change everything we thought we knew about evolution," he told his team. "The humans aren't bizarre, they're survivors, and they have much to teach us." The alarm echoed through the research facility, its high-pitched wail making the shay. Human volunteers cover their ears. Red lights flashed in every corridor as alien staff rushed between rooms, their normally calm movements now frantic and disorganized. Medical Officer Yuna nearly collided with Minji as they both turned a corner. "What's happening?" Minji asked, steadying herself against the wall. Yuna's large eyes blinked rapidly in distress. "Quarantine protocol activated. Something is making our people sick." Before Minji could ask more questions, Facility Director Kyung's voice came over the announcement system. "All alien personnel report to Medical Bay 3 for immediate testing." All human visitors please remain in the main lobby. In the lobby, Minji and her 4 students gathered with the other human volunteers. Through the large glass windows, they could see the alien staff being scanned one by one. Many already showed signs of illness. Their normally grey skin had taken on a yellowish tinge, and some could barely stand without support. "This is bad," Taeho whispered. "Really bad." 2 hours later, Professor Day entered the lobby. He moved slowly, clearly fighting against whatever illness had struck the facility. "We have identified the problem," he announced, his voice weaker than usual. "A common Earth bacteria that humans carry harmlessly has mutated. It is now attacking our biological systems." The humans exchanged worried glances. "Can we help?" Minji asked. "Many of us have medical training." "It is too dangerous," Day replied. "You might carry more harmful bacteria. We must maintain separation until we develop a treatment." But over the next 3 days, the situation only grew worse. Through the facility windows, the humans watched as more alien staff fell ill. The few still working moved with visible exhaustion, struggling to care for their colleagues while searching for a cure. On the 4th day, Minji couldn't stand it anymore. She pressed the communication button beside the lobby door. "This is Minji. Please let us help. We're watching you all get sicker while we sit here doing nothing." After a long pause, Director Kyung's voice answered, weak but clear. "Report to Decontamination Chamber 1. We will provide protective equipment." An hour later, Minji and the other human volunteers, now wearing sealed protective suits, entered the medical bay. The sight shocked them. Nearly every bed was filled with sick aliens. Medical Officer Yuna, herself looking unwell, quickly briefed the humans. "The bacteria attacks our respiratory system first, then spreads to other organs," she explained. "Our immune responses are inadequate against Earth-evolved pathogens." Minji nodded. "Let us study your immune system. Maybe we can find a way to strengthen it against this specific threat." The observation pod floated silently above the small Earth town. Inside, senior xenobiologist Taek carefully adjusted his viewing equipment. He had been watching the humans for weeks now, and they still puzzled him. His grey fingers moved quickly across the control panel as he recorded new data. "Fascinating creatures," he said to his assistant Ginny, who was busy analyzing blood samples. "They seem so fragile, yet they survive conditions that would kill most species we know." Ginny nodded without looking up. "Their temperature regulation alone defies everything in our textbooks. No other intelligent species sweats like they do. The research vessel had arrived in Earth's orbit 47 days ago. Their mission was simple: catalog the newest discovered intelligent species in the galaxy. But what started as routine research had quickly turned into the most exciting scientific discovery in recent memory." "Look at this one," Taek pointed to, a human jogging along a path below. "Running for no reason except personal enjoyment, burning energy with no immediate survival benefit." "Wasteful," Ginny remarked. "Or perhaps evidence of energy reserves we don't understand," Taek countered. "The Council needs to see this data. These humans are unlike anything in the database." Their conversation was interrupted by a gentle chime. The ship's captain, Dono, appeared on the communication screen. "Any new findings worth reporting?" he asked, his large eyes blinking slowly. Taek straightened his posture. "Captain, I believe we need to request permission for direct contact. These humans display biological traits that contradict established evolutionary theory." Dono looked concerned. "Direct contact is against protocol for newly discovered species." "I understand, Captain. But look at this." Taek transferred his data to the captain's screen. "They can heal from injuries that would be fatal to us. Their bones mend after breaking. Their skin repairs itself after damage. And their ability to digest almost any organic material is unmatched." Ginny added, "They sleep for only 1/3 of their day, yet remain functional. No other intelligent species requires so little rest." The captain was silent for a moment. "Continue observation for 3 more days. I will consult with the Galactic Council." 3 days later, as the research team monitored a human sporting event, an alarm sounded throughout the ship. "Detection. Alert," the computer announced. "Earth monitoring systems have identified our position." Taek looked up in shock. "Impossible. Our cloaking technology has been scanned by primitive but surprisingly effective Earth equipment, Dono interrupted, rushing onto the observation deck. Their military forces are mobilizing. What do we do? Ginny asked, her voice rising with concern. Dono's expression was grim. The Council has made their decision. Since we've been detected, we must initiate first contact protocols immediately. Hours later, as night fell over the small town, the research vessel descended slowly, its lights illuminating a clearing in a nearby forest. Local authorities had already cordoned off the area, and nervous human soldiers pointed weapons at the ship. Their stress responses are remarkable, Tyke noted, still recording data even in this tense moment. Their bodies are flooding with adrenaline, increasing their reaction speeds and strength. Focus on the task at hand, Dono warned as the ship landed softly on the grass. Remember your training. When the entry ramp extended to the ground, a hush fell over the gathered humans. Dono walked forward first, followed by Teak and Genie. The aliens stood before the humans, their grey skin shimmering slightly in the moonlight. A human female stepped forward from the military line. She wore a uniform with more decorations than the others. "I am General Kim," she said firmly. "Who are you and why have you come to Earth?" Dono activated the universal translator. "I am Captain Dono of the Galactic research vessel Discovery. We come in peace to study and learn," the humans murmured among themselves. Some lowered their weapons while others kept them raised. "Study what exactly?" General Kim asked. Tyke stepped forward eagerly, unable to contain his scientific curiosity. Your biology is unlike anything we've encountered in the galaxy. You are extraordinary." General Kim raised an eyebrow. "Our biology? What's so special about humans?" "Everything," Tyke replied with genuine excitement. "Your endurance, your healing abilities, your adaptability to different environments. Most species specialize for specific conditions. You adapt to almost anything." Another human, a scientist judging by his clothing, joined General Kim. "Are you saying humans are unique among intelligent life?" "Not just unique," Ginny added. "You evolved on one of the most challenging planets we've encountered. Most worlds with intelligent life are far more stable and gentle than Earth." Dono gestured toward their ship. "We request formal permission to establish a research outpost. We have much to learn from each other." General Kim exchanged looks with her advisors. "I need to consult with our world leaders." As the humans discussed among themselves, Tyke continued his observations. He noticed how quickly they processed new information, how rapidly they organized themselves, how their faces displayed complex emotions. These humans were full of contradictions. Physically weaker than many species, yet incredibly resilient, short-lived, yet accomplishing so much in their brief existence. "Whatever happens next," Tyke whispered to Ginny, "I believe these humans will change our understanding of life itself." Ginny nodded. "The question isn't why human biology is so bizarre. The real question is how they survived long enough to meet us. Remember to cite your source if you use information from web search results." 6 months after first contact, the alien research base was fully operational on the outskirts of Seoul. Human volunteers came daily to participate in studies, curious about their new galactic neighbors. Today, 5 new volunteers waited nervously in the reception area. Professor Day entered the room, his tall grey form moving with careful precision among the humans. His large eyes blinked slowly as he studied the new participants. "Welcome to our research facility," he said through his translator device. "Thank you for helping us understand human biology." A young woman with short black hair stepped forward. "I'm Minji," she said. "I'm a biology professor at Seoul National University. These are my students." Day tilted his head in greeting. "Excellent, please follow me." He led them through sliding doors into a large white room filled with strange equipment. 3 other aliens worked at different stations, occasionally glancing up at the humans with undisguised curiosity. "This is our primary testing area," Day explained. "Today we will conduct basic physical assessments." Research Director Sunho approached, carrying what looked like a thin silver blanket. "This scanner will create a detailed map of your internal systems," he told Minji. "It is completely painless." As the tests began, the aliens grew increasingly excited. speaking rapidly in their own language when they thought the humans couldn't hear. Their cellular repair mechanisms are incredible, Medical Officer Yuna whispered to Day. Look at this skin sample. The cells are already regenerating. Day nodded. Compare their muscle density to any other species in our database. Nothing matches it. After basic scans, the aliens moved to endurance testing. They asked one of Minji's students, a young man named Taiho, to run on a treadmill. After 20 minutes, the aliens looked at each other in amazement. Are you tired? Sunho asked Taiho. Taiho shrugged. A little. I could go for another hour, probably. Another hour, Yuna repeated, checking her translator for errors. Without rest? I run marathons, Taiho explained. This is nothing. The aliens discussed this new information urgently among themselves. Later, that day, as the human volunteers ate lunch in the facility cafeteria, Minji noticed how carefully the aliens watched them. Why are they so interested in us eating? She asked Day, who had joined their table. Food consumption is fascinating to us, Day explained. Most species can only digest a narrow range of nutrients. You humans eat plants, animals, fungi, sometimes all in the same meal. Your digestive system is remarkably versatile. Minji laughed. Wait until you see what happens when we eat spicy food. Our bodies literally respond to pain with pleasure. Day's eyes widened. You deliberately consume things that cause pain?